What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video by Hometown 49ers podcast. I'm your host, JT. My co-host is my dad.
What up, JT? What up?
Well, we're about to do the preview podcast. Sorry, we skipped the post-game podcast against the Ravens because it's too painful to talk about.
Too painful. It was. So, yeah, we're going to start with a preview, but we will talk about the Ravens game a bit.
Yeah. And even if we made it, it'll be really short, so. Yeah. Well, anyways, cue the intro music. First, we're going to like
and subscribe.
Okay, so the 49ers are facing the Commanders this week or tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Depending on what day you're watching it. But let's talk about the Ravens game.
Do we have to? No, I'm just kidding. No. This is good therapy for us, I think.
Yeah, the Ravens beat the Niners 33-19. Well, Brock Purdy had a really bad game.
No, his worst game in his career, NFL career for sure. 4 interceptions.
Probably college as well.
Yeah, 4 interceptions. A lot of turnovers. I know a couple of them. They weren't good throws or bad decisions, and there were 2 that were tipped.
Yeah, those are just unlucky.
Yeah, that was just unlucky, but it really caused it to spiral down, kind of out of control, and he just couldn't regain his timing, accuracy, all that stuff is just a little bit off. So, yeah, not a Brock's worst game, basically. And it went up against the NFL's best defense.
Yeah, the Niners are 1-3 against the AFC North.
And I think Lamar Jackson, did they say he was 20-1 against NFC teams?
In his career?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he is 20-1. He was 19-1. Now he's 20-1. I don't think that has anything to do with anything. I mean, what's the difference between an NFC and an AFC team? But he does have their number, the NFC's number when it comes to that, I guess. But this is how it is. Lamar Jackson did play pretty well. I mean, he threw for over 200 yards. But his running is what really is scrambling. He extended some plays, right?
Yeah. We couldn't contain like Jalen Hurts. So that probably affected a lot as well.
I mean, yeah, he's better than Jalen Hurts, like I said on last podcast. He's better. He's a better passer, faster, quicker. He's like, yeah. So I don't know. He did run for 45 yards on 7 rushes. Gus Edwards didn't do a whole lot. He had 31 yards. There were some penalties, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. It was like over 100 yards worth of penalties. So we kind of killed ourselves too.
Yeah, Gibson had like 3 in like 2 plays.
3 penalties in 2 plays. That
yeah,
possible? That's good. I mean, not good. That's an amazing stat. Yeah, I remember that. That was when it comes to those PIs and whatnot. Oh man, they can really kill us. The refs are really tight about every little thing. It goes both ways too. CMC had a good game though, right? I mean, there was some good things about it. He ran for 103 yards, 7.4 yard average. I mean, why did we not run the ball more?
I don't know. Maybe he constantly thought passing would have been better, even though Brock Purdy threw 4 picks and we had Sam Darnold in because Brock Purdy was injured.
Yeah, he had another stinger. So that's, I think, 2 weeks in a row. So I hope this is not something that keeps happening, because it happened once and it happened again, like a concussion or something, you know? Sure hope not. Yeah. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey had a great game, so he was dominating. I'm not too sure why we didn't stick with the run game a little bit more. seeing that Brock Purdy was kind of teetering on a very bad game, it just shows how much trust Shanahan has in Purdy. We've seen it many times, and it showed there. He just wanted to get Brock back on. He believed Brock could get back on track if you give him a chance. Unfortunately, some tip balls and here and there it made things even worse. So, um, Kittle had a great game, yardage wise, 126 yards. Ayuk had 113. So overall, it was pretty good. We only lost by 14, even though we had 5 turnovers. To and we didn't get a turnover from them. So I don't know, not too bad. But I think the what I believe is that I think this loss could be beneficial for the Niners. Um, I think if we meet them again, I think Shanahan will have um, a much better game plan. He'll see exactly what worked, what didn't work, and he'll adjust. And hopefully he'll use his genius to create some great plays. And I think maybe this loss can actually help us make Shanahan really dive in and find out what will work against that defense. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's be done with that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move forward.
Oh, okay. But the game did help CMC become the favorite for Offensive Player of the Year.
The game, yeah, his game, he was dominant again, touchdown and everything. He looked great. And what did you say about the odds now?
Well, Tyreek Hill is now in second place. So Christian McCaffrey's negative 200
So
in
odds
odds.
on favorite for offensive player of the year. Awesome.
And Tyreek Hill is plus 155.
Okay, second place, yeah.
And then Lamar Jackson is plus 4,000, but he's probably more likely to win the MVP than Offensive Player of the Year.
It totally looks like it. Yes, definitely. So speaking of the whole MVP, yes, I think Brock Purdy has dropped down to fifth overall. Big drop, but if you can drop fast, you can also go up fast too. I think just as fast. If you can have a great game, if Lamar Jackson trips up and has a bad game, things could flip. But so we'll keep an eye on that. Not the biggest deal. I just wanted Brock to have the recognition, national, nationwide type of recognition that he is this great. That's all I wanted. But he doesn't need to win it. He doesn't need to win it. No. Uh, Super Bowl is the main goal for sure. Right?
Yeah. By the way, we're looking at Fan Nation.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, but Raheem Mostert is very underrated. He is plus 15,000.
Yeah. He's like 10th or
Like
yeah,
Debo
close to 10th.
Samuel has more odds than him for some reason.
Yeah, that's strange. I don't know. I have to look at all the stats though. All right. So all right. Now we're gonna move on to the Commanders.
Yes.
Okay. We apologize in advance for the old helmet we have.
Yeah.
We don't have the new set, so this is the closest thing we got.
Yeah, that's why it's blurred out.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try and blur it out. So hopefully it's blurred out. If it's not, sorry again. All right. So, anyways, 49ers versus Commanders at Washington, huh? So we last time I heard we are 13.5 point favorites. And there's some interesting things about injuries. Who's starting for the Commanders at quarterback?
Well, since Sam Howell's playing so bad, they decided to put in Jacoby Brissett last game, and he played well. So they were gonna start him against the Niners, but he got a hamstring injury, and he's gonna be out for this game. So it's gonna be Sam Howell, and his touchdown ratio interception is really bad. It's 19 touchdowns to 17 interceptions.
Yeah, I wonder. 17 is a lot. What we looked at like the top 20 quarterbacks and yardage wise, he was by far the highest in interceptions. So hopefully he's a turnover machine, and you know where the Niners stand on interceptions.
Yeah, it's like this is maybe top 3 or number 1.
Yeah, we are first in the NFL in interceptions, so it's a great combination here with somehow throwing the most interceptions and us catching the most interceptions. So hopefully that all works out to plan. he Sam Howell is no slouch. I mean, he does have 19 touchdowns, and he is 11th in the NFL in passing yards. So he could sling it. Sling it to who though?
Terry McLaurin. And he's gonna have to go against the Niners' best cornerback, Trevor Ward, who is top 10 cornerback in the league.
Is he?
I think maybe not
Okay.
biased at all.
Yeah. He's been playing very well. Last, after the bye week, um, he had that two interception game. That was awesome. So yeah, I think Terry McLaurin is just below 900 yards receiving, 889, I think it was. Um, so he's close to 1,000 yards. He's a good receiver, and he always has been. Um, he probably is the Commanders' best offensive weapon.
Yeah, but
So
he only has 3 touchdowns.
yeah, yeah, that's true too. Who's going to be the running back though? I heard there was some injuries with.
Brian Robinson.
Mm. Oh, so he'll be the starter now, and I think Gibson
Yeah,
is Antonio Gibson is.
yeah. I'm not sure. Is he supposed to be like? Is he supposed to break out at all ever? It's like a really good running back.
Maybe his rookie year. I think he was, wasn't he a receiver? Went in college and went to running back. And so he looked like he could do both.
Yeah,
He could be a
and
running back.
like when Debo had that amazing year, they're comparing him to Debo, kind of
Hmm.
like he had the potential to be.
Yeah. That's true. Everybody was going to be the next Debo. So okay, so that's on the Commanders side, huh? Let's see. How about the Niners? How are we doing with injuries? Because we were wrecked against the Ravens. So many injuries. Who's coming back um, to help us get right?
Well, actually, I think we're losing people.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of players, yeah, like you said, got injured in that game, and a lot of them considered questionable. Like
Mm.
Aaron Banks, questionable.
Oof.
DFF, Danny Gray, and Jordan Mason. His illness, so it depends if he feels well.
Okay.
And then Amber Thomas, yeah,
Avery Thomas too. Huh? What's his injury?
knee and hand.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's questionable.
Okay.
But the people who are out, Eric Armstead, Jair Brown, Ross Dwelly, Juwan Jennings, and Jalen Moore.
Yeah. Half of them are pretty important. Really important. Of course, Armstead. He's been out for weeks. I sure hope he can be back by the time postseason starts. That would be very important. I think that would be very helpful. Jair Brown is out now. He was filling in for Hufanga, and he was doing a pretty good job for a rookie. We were happy about it. And now he's out. I think we have another safety that we signed recently.
Logan Ryan.
Okay, Logan Ryan. There's some veteran. So they trust him from what I read. Of course, I gotta say that he's next man up again. So, um, who else was out? Juwan Jennings. Yeah, I mean, Ronnie Bell seems like he's back in. Then
Yeah, I'm really scared.
you're a little nervous about Ronnie
Like
Bell.
I remember in against the Ravens on punt return he fumbled like out of bounds.
Yeah. He gets me nervous too, for sure. I can't wait until Ray gets back. Um, so I guess Ronnie Bell is our slot receiver still. Our
Oh
starting slot.
no.
Okay. So that's who's out, but who's in is I guess they don't say who's in. Trent Williams is back then, right? That's very important
Yeah.
because we had I think Colt McKivitz playing left tackle.
And
Uh,
Spencer Burford playing right tackle.
yeah, we and then the other guy Birch, he was playing. I don't know what he was playing, left guard or
Yeah.
something. We had all the backups in there. It wasn't pretty. All right. So health is so important, right? I mean, we are coming to the postseason pretty soon. We need to get healthy.
And we need that first round bye just to get healthy.
You got it. You got it. And how are we going to get that first round by? It's possible to get it this coming week, tomorrow. So what's supposed to what do you think is supposed to happen? So
So the Lions are supposed to lose against the Cowboys, which they're playing right now, and the score is 7-3. Cowboys are beating the Lions.
okay, so the Lions need to lose, all right, and they are losing right now by 4 points, albeit it, third quarter, and then I believe the Eagles are playing.
The Cardinals.
Oh man, I'm gonna root for the Cardinals like I've never rooted for them before. Go Kyler
Yeah.
Murray. Yeah. Um. Okay, so what the Eagles had a 3-game losing streak, and then they got right with the Giants. So let's hope
They're
they
playing bad teams.
they are, and well, we are too for this week.
Yeah.
So let's hope the Cardinals upset the Cowboys. Get that. They
Yeah.
could do the same with the Eagles. So I'm gonna be rooting.
Hopefully.
Terry McBride. I want to. I want
Yeah. Hopefully
to.
Trey McBride can carry the Cardinals to a win.
Oh, James Conner's an awesome running back. Let's go.
Dermacado as well.
Yeah.
Amari Dermacado.
Oh man, he just pulling that stuff out now. Yeah, he did get a touchdown on us too. So yeah. So it like we were saying, if the Cardinals beat the Eagles, if the Lion, and also if the Cowboys beat the Lions, and we win, that will lock in the number one seed for us and give us a week 1 week bye.
And then we can rest our starters
Yeah,
in
for
last
week
week.
18, you're right.
I mean, if we want the Rams not to make the playoffs, we can try and not make the playoffs.
I would say week 18. If we lock it in, that's it. We're gonna be resting a lot of people. I would think because injuries are piling up right now, and we need to get healthy. Like I said, I think that's the most important thing: health, and get our starters in healthy as possible, and get ready for the postseason. Yeah. Whew. Okay. So we went through the injuries and all that stuff. Um, Brock Purdy seems as if he's back because he had the stinger, but those are really temporary things, a couple of days probably. So very important. We have Brock Purdy back. I think Brock Purdy can turn it around. How you feeling about it?
Well, I, I, I keep imagining in my head that he can somehow go crazy and lock up his MVP odds, like get to 40 touchdowns, and then
40
I don't know.
touchdowns?
I just keep thinking that in my head. I just really want him to win MVP.
You're crazy. MVP is great. We all need Lamar Jackson to slip, so it takes two to for him to climb back up.
But I think he can bounce back since Commanders are a bad team. That doesn't mean we can win. We still have to, prepare for the Commanders. But Kendall Fuller is out, their best cornerback.
Uh-huh.
So maybe like you can be the player of the game for that. And Brock Purdy can just go to you a lot, and you can take over the game like he has before.
Well, looking at the league rankings on Yahoo, um, it seems before the Ravens, it was us against the Ravens. It seemed very even. This one looks very lopsided. So, like for Washington, they are 23rd in points scored per game when we're third. Um, Points allowed per game, Washington is in last place, 32nd in the NFL. We're third. So they allowed the most points. Um, Yards per game, they're 13th, um, and we're second in offense. Passing yards per game, they're 10th, and we're second. So, in general, we are a much better team, to say the least. Um, so I think this will be a get right game for the Niners. Turn it around and beat up on the Commanders. Hopefully, that's what I'm foreseeing. You're literally thinking beat up, but yeah. But okay, yeah, you can totally imagine that.
Maybe there's some fights.
Maybe we just need to tackle right, less turnovers, less penalties. I mean, that's the usual formula for winning a game or not losing a game. So um, we just got to do what we got to do. I barely listened to any podcasts this past week. I usually listen to tons every day. But this one, I didn't want to hear anybody talk about anything because I know the Niners. I know the Niners are a great team. They just have to execute and not make the mistakes, and they can beat any team. So that's all I know. And it doesn't matter what hot takes people have or whatever. I believe in the Niners. We believe in the Niners. They are a great team. They just need to play like they can, and dominate like they can, and they have. So um, let's get right with this game and move forward into the postseason. All right. So, player of the game. You were talking about Ayuk.
Yeah, and even if they have their second cornerback, which is Emmanuel Forbes' first round pick, I heard he hasn't been playing well, so you can still maybe torch him
Mm-hmm.
and still take over.
Yep. Yep. I think CMC is going to have another. He's going to lock up this offensive player of the year. He's going to have another great game. On defense, I'm looking for maybe Greenlaw to really thump.
He has been kind of quiet this season.
Exactly. I think this will be his coming out party a little bit, and I think Greenlaw will have a good game and shut down the run game. Brown Robinson, and right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, be ready for this one. It's a hot take, but I'm gonna go Logan Ryan.
Who? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, okay,
He's gonna be player of the game.
all right.
He's gonna show that he's still, guarded him, even though he's kind of old, right?
I don't know much about him, but he's a veteran, so
He can
yeah.
prove that he can be maybe a good backup next year.
Sure, yeah. That's not a bad idea.
He can play like as well as Gibson. I can imagine in this game.
Okay, I would love to see him. Did he even hit the field? I guess.
Special teams.
Okay, yeah. Saw him running down the field. You're like, this guy,
He's fast.
this guy's got some hands. Get some interceptions here. Okay, all right. That's cool. All right, I will look out for Logan Ryan. All right, okay. Predictions on the score, huh? Let's see what you got.
I'm gonna go like 38-13.
Okay. Funny thing is, my score was 38-10. That's what I'm shooting for. So hey, we're almost on the same page here. Blowout city, pick city,
Hopefully.
every kind of city that we can think of. So yeah, we're hoping Niners can bounce back from a pretty bad loss and Brock Purdy's worst game as a Niner for sure. So um, I think Brock is has that resiliency. He seems unfazed. I think he can bounce back. This guy is special. I believe in him. And so just I guess that'll be it. 38-10, 38-13.
Yep. Hopefully it's your score.
Who?
Hopefully it's your score. So
Oh yeah.
we can blow him out even more.
Yeah, I would love that. 40. Let's hit the 40s, huh? Let's do it for
Yeah.
3 to 4 touchdown passes for Brock Purdy and put him back in the MVP race here.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps it up for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye.